Hey there, this is Odette from Members Only Barbecue. Today we're going to show you how to smoke a perfect Christmas prime rib for your family. We've got a beautiful black Angus 3-bone prime rib roast and a few different cooking options for you to think through. For us, we're going to be smoking this at low heat. The downside to that is you don't get a nice crust, so you have to hit it with some type of short-term high heat, either 500 or 600 degrees for a short period of time. We're going to use the Thomas Keller ad hoc method, where we're going to blowtorch this early in the process before it goes onto the smoker, and then by the end we're going to get a beautiful crust. We've also done it on the rotisserie, which you can check out right here. It's beautiful. The fat drips down to potatoes or vegetables that you have underneath. That's a great way of cooking it. Or some people go with relatively higher heat for a shorter period of time to cook this. Unfortunately, when you have a rib roast that's an uneven size like this, the high heat is going to cook the thinner parts quicker. So you're going to end up with a this gray ring if you go too high heat on the rib roast. So that's why we want to be thinking about longer term, lower temperature, and that gives us a beautiful edge to edge medium rare, which is what we're going for. And we're going to smoke this at about 250, 275 degrees. This is a 3-bone rib roast, so we've separated the bones here, and we're gonna cook these now, but save them for a beef stock that we're making later on. But if you've got this, no problem. You cook it all together. You can tie it up with some butcher tine. That works really well. But this is beautiful. So we're gonna get the blowtorch on this just to get the fat rendering down a little bit. Ad hoc Tom Keller trick. And we're gonna get the fat starting to render, the meat nice and gray, and then we're going on to the smoker. We're gonna season this super simple, just kosher salt, which we're gonna be pretty aggressive with, just because you're not gonna be able to get a lot of seasoning inside the meat, and this is a big piece of beef. And then we've got fresh cracked pepper as well. You can always dry brine this the night before. I find that's really nice. We didn't do it here, but that's a great option as well. Now let's set up our Kamado Joe Classic 2. So we've cleared out all the ash. We're clean there. We've got our large lump charcoal inside here. And then for wood, we've got a nice maple wood that we're gonna drop in here. But I think oak, I mean, really anything is fine. We're going with like 3 good chunks, kind of triangulated around. And then we're gonna put in our deflector here, and we're gonna be using our ceramic deflector plates. So we're gonna light this fire, put our plates down. We're gonna run this wide open for about 10 minutes just to get that fire going. And then we're gonna close the lid and bring this up to about 250, 275 degrees. Now we're gonna get a fair amount of fat and meat juices dripping down off that rib roast. So I like to put down a drip pan. I'd recommend you do the same just to limit the amount of acrid smoke that you have coming off that. That's not that nice low wood smoke. So we like to catch it right there, and then we're gonna bring this up to 250, 275. Our grill is stabilized at 260 degrees, so we're gonna go ahead and get this rib roast right onto our grates. Salt and pepper, very simple. We've got it over the drip pan, and then we're gonna have our thermometer probe. We're looking for the center, deepest part of the meat, and we're shooting for 128 degrees. Then we're gonna pull that off. It's gonna take about 2 hours. We're gonna take this to 128. We'll tell you exactly how long that took as soon as we get there. But this is how we're smoking this prime rib roast, and the smoke, the salt and pepper, the fat already smells awesome. Okay, we're 2.5 hours in. We've hit 128 degrees internal temperature on this beauty. We're gonna get it off We're going to rest it for 20 to 30 minutes with a loose aluminum foil tint, but it looks great, and I can't wait to get into it. We've rested under a loosely foiled tent for 30 minutes. Now we're going to get into the carving. And that looks magnificent. Super juicy. The smoke flavor is amazing, but that just looks perfect. Now, no prime rib is complete without a horseradish sauce, so we go with 1 can here of sour cream, 1 full 8-ounce jar of spicy prepared horseradish. Get it all. Don't go light. And then I love to brighten this up with a little sherry vinegar, some fleur de sel, finishing salt, and fresh cracked pepper. And then you can make this a day before, but it goes so nicely on the meat. One final thing that I like to do, especially with large pieces of meat like this where you can't get seasoning inside the meat, is I like to take a French finishing salt here, fleur de sel, and just lightly get that all over the meat. This is a beautiful flaky salt. It looks really pretty. It's also delicious and brings some salt into the unseasoned portion of the rib roast. But that's it. You put that with a horseradish sauce. It's unbelievable. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, hope you hit the subscribe button. Leave us a comment if you give it a shot. We appreciate you.